So you're looking to add some long-term durability and protection to your leather interior surfaces. We've got something we're going to talk about here today. Stay tuned. We're going to go into all those details next. Hi, I'm Todd Cooperrider with Esoteric. Today we've got a special guest, longtime friend Jeff McEachran, brand manager for GYEON USA. Welcome, Jeff. Thanks for coming to hang out with us. Like I said, we're here to talk about GYEON's LeatherShield for those people who are looking for some long-term protection. Now, you would think that I've got Jeff here. You've watched our videos before. Jeff has been a special guest. Jeff and I go way back. Jeff attended the Elite Detailer Academy like 27 years ago or something. It's been a long time. It's always great having him here. We work on products, projects, and stuff together. But we're going to do this one a little differently. Sorry, Jeff. We don't take any influence from our suppliers. We bring stuff that we love to the market. We tell you about it. We educate you about it. We don't take any kickbacks from our suppliers to do videos and things like that. We're going to put some headphones on him and we're going to send him in the back so I can just speak freely. I can speak freely about the products, and then afterwards we will go into some application in our Tesla back here. So bye-bye, Jeff. Thanks, it's been great having you. Yeah, he can't hear a thing. Okay, now that we've got Jeff back amongst the cars we've got back here in the shop, I can tell you about GYEON's LeatherShield without any kind of outside influence from GYEON. LeatherShield, what is it? Well, if you're not overly familiar with the GYEON line and you're looking at some of the products, you might get a little bit confused. One's called LeatherShield, one's called LeatherCoat. It's kind of backwards. The LeatherShield is really the coating. The LeatherCoat is a protective product that's a shorter term durability. We're talking about the highest level of durability here in the LeatherShield. All right, who is it for? Well, there's a reason why we have my Tesla Model S Plaid back here with white interior, because that's probably the biggest customer group for this particular product. But having said that, it's for everybody out there. It doesn't matter what kind of car that you have. You got leather interior, particularly you have lighter color leather. That's a fantastic product for it. You're going to put it on. It's going to give you long-term protection against body oils, sweat, dirt, spills, blue jean transfer, any of that kind of stuff. That's what this product is for. And we bring up our Tesla customers in particular because I've talked to a lot of people who are concerned or hesitant about getting one of the models with the awesome white interior because they're afraid of how to take care of it. It's a vegan leather, which kind of freaks people out. They don't really know how to take care of it, and they don't want to have to worry about blue jean transfer or other kind of issues happening with the interior. We've got a great solution here in GYEON's LeatherShield. Now, what this is a coating. And we've talked about ceramic coatings going on the surface of the car, on the wheels, on plastics, on glass. This is the same kind of product, same kind of technology, but for those interior surfaces. It's flexible. It's not going to make a surface hard. It's not going to make it shiny. It's not going to change up the looks of it. It's not going to make it slick or anything like that. It's just going to bond to the surface and provide flexible protection. You don't have to worry about any kind of cracking, peeling, anything of that nature. And in particular, when you're starting with a new car like this, it's a fantastic way start things off right, and then maintenance becomes relatively easy on it afterwards. Now, what all is involved in it? Well, first, like with any kind of coatings, your prep stage is really important. You want to get those seats super clean before applying your coating, no different than on your paint. And we've got a couple of options here from GYEON. Leather Cleaner Mild, Leather Cleaner Strong. Most of the time, the mild is all you're going to need, particularly if you have got a new car, you're just prepping that surface. Now, here on mine, I got this car 4 months ago, 5 months ago, and didn't get a chance to do anything with the interior over the winter. We just cleaned it up using Leather Cleaner Strong to get rid of any kind of blue jean transfer that was on there. And then now it's going to be ready to go into our LeatherShield. So it depends, you know, you got a used car, I'd probably use the Strong. If you have got a brand new car, just the mild, and then the mild is going to be what you want to have around for maintaining afterwards. You get any kind of spills or whatever, a little bit of transfer gets on there, use a little bit of leather cleaner mild, clean it up. And then the leather coat that we talked about before, you can use that as kind of a product to put on top, kind of that added protection. No different than our ceramic coatings for our body. You know, it kind of becomes that sacrificial layer that's on top. Now, with the kit, you get some applicators in the kit, you get the coating itself, you get instructions, pretty straightforward. Then, depending on what you want to do, you know, you get some towels. GYEON's got the brush, your leather cleaner mild, your leather cleaner strong. You buy the stuff as needed, depending on what your ultimate needs are. You get kids in your car. They're running in and out and they're spilling stuff, getting Cheerios all over the place, feet all over the place. This is a good product to have on the seats to protect it, make your cleanup much easier. In a lot of cases, all it even takes is a damp rag to clean it afterwards. Now, what's the durability on it? Well, it depends on how much the car is used. You know, if you've got the driver's seat that's used day in, day out, daily driver, you know, that can last up to about a year. You get the back seats in the car where there's, you know, rarely somebody in it, you know, that can last 5 years indefinitely. You know, if nobody's using it, it's not going to wear it down. Now what we're gonna do, since I haven't had any interference from Jeff, we're gonna go over to the car, we're gonna get inside, and we're gonna walk through an application process so you really understand what it takes to get the most out of the product and how to do it with a high degree of confidence. Your seats are gonna be protected. You can go and drive the car without any worries. So let's go over to the car. Yeah, I heard him rolling around and stuff back there. I don't know what kind of stuff he was doing, but yeah. All right, as promised, here we are inside my Tesla Model S Plaid. Jeff, we took his headphones off. Now we're gonna have him do some work. This is kind of cool because you know, you've heard of backseat drivers. Now I get to be a backseat detailer. And I've never been back in the back of my own car,
like
so it's, yeah, I like it.
Nice,
It's comfortable back here. When we're dealing with ceramic coatings on the outside of the car, prep is such a crucial stage. Would you agree that we're dealing with the same thing when it comes to leather?
Very much so. And I think there's less education, less discussion about it, but what you clean and prep your seats with before coating is hugely important.
Right. Well, I know that the natural thing is going to be, oh, well, you know, GYEON's just trying to sell more products, but you and I have talked about it before, how this leather cleaner is designed specifically for a prep stage for coating. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Absolutely. And you need the ingredients in the coating, the solvents, the carriers to really get along with the coating pre-cleaner. And what happens is a lot of your general off-the-shelf style leather cleaners and preps, they're going to leave a film behind. They're trying to leave their own UV protection, their own layer of slickness, give some color, and that film layer can really negatively affect the coating.
Yeah, you don't want to put you know, something on. I've seen before where people just use the wrong product to clean the seats, particularly the white ones, and then go to put coating, and next thing you know, they have yellow seats or something.
That's where the discoloration comes from. The chemicals interact, and we really want to avoid that.
The important safety tip there: don't try to cheap out. Use the product design to work with the coating. Okay,
correct.
Now, you know, we talked about it before. In this car, I had a little bit of a blue jean transfer on it because it had been a little while. Went in, used the leather cleaner strong with the GYEON brush to agitate it, cleaned it up really well. But this one, we're going to kind of start from perspective of a new car that we want to clean it. So we're going to hand you some products here, kind of walk through the process of what people need to do to get their seats prepped.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, on a new car, you still want to clean and prep, right? It's brand new, it's off the lot, you're not really sure what the dealer wiped it down with, what their detailer department did. So leather cleaner mild just to get that last layer of stuff on and go on to coating.
Okay.
Cool. So as you mentioned, GYEON leather brush, lots of ways to get product on seat, total personal preference. We've got foamers, we've got sprays, you've got brushes, you've got towels. Get product on, agitate, wipe off. So I like to do a little product into my brush, product directly into the seat as well. I'll do a section at a time. You know, it's real easy to kind of block out an area to work on, and then circles, right? You just want to agitate. You're pulling dirt out of the leather, out of the pores. Again, this seat isn't super dirty, so not a major, and don't need to go too heavy with product, but
And also, you don't want to scrub too hard.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, just enough. Let the chemicals do the work, right? towel, opposite motion, right? Straight lines to pick up the dirt out versus big circles that just mushes it back in.
Yep.
You can always
Which
flip.
is probably what I did when I did the heavy cleaning, so I'm
Yes.
learning something here.
Yes, we'll get
that's why I like having you here
finish
from
this
time
up
to time.
for you.
Yeah,
No
all right,
problem.
good.
Yep. So nice and dry, pick up any excess material, and that's all we've got to do.
Okay, so we would do that obviously on the entire process, the entire seat. I think it's just kind of compartmentalizing. You know, don't spray down the entire seat all at once and go after it. Work in different sections.
Yeah, you end up getting cleaner around the car. I mean, we've laid some other towels out to kind of protect areas, but small sections, nice and methodical. It helps me remember where I've stopped and started.
All right, so now it's clean. Let's go on to the coating stage itself, and we can also talk a little bit about where people could go wrong. On the coating side, no different than when we're doing coating on the exterior of the car. There's things you need to be careful of. At least on the car, if you mess up your coating, you can go and machine polish it off. You can't bring a machine inside here and...
Shouldn't.
Yeah.
It's frowned upon.
You might have some issues there. Okay, so talk us through the process on the application of the coating.
Yep, and as you mentioned, you know, LeatherShield is a true ceramic coating. We want to get the most durability we can out of that. On a seat that you drive in every day, you know, we're looking for up to a year. On the back seats, some of the less trafficked areas, we can get much longer than that. But the key is really just taking your time and doing a nice even layer. Same as the paint. Even layer makes easy wipe off. We go on a bit heavier than you would standardly go with a paint coating because we really want it to get into the pores and into this material that's got some action to it. So that's a bit of the install. Heavy on, let it sit for a few minutes to really absorb, wipe it off and check your work.
Yep, so we're kind of doing sections. You're not gonna apply to everything in the interior and come back, you know, compartmentalize it.
Some people will prefer to do the whole seat and really let LeatherShield dry. Again, it's a lot of personal preference. I like to wipe off in the 3 to 5 minute range and see how we're going.
Okay, perfect.
Sweet.
Let's apply
Grab
some
a bit of
coating.
coating. The suede and block comes in the kit as well. You can also use the finger applicator. You know, microfiber, anything to really just get you in the seat.
And we'll show a picture up on the screen. We've got the smaller applicators that GYEON has. We're using these because they come in this kit. The more contours your leather and your seat and everything has, I think I call it a finger puppet, but I think the finger puppet works a little bit better in those areas as opposed to a big square block.
The idea behind the block is even. So anywhere you have a nice big flat opening, it's a nice tool. Anywhere you've kind of got to get into crevice and make sure you get some material, go with the finger puppet. So
see, now you got a new word, a descriptor.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So normal amount of product. Right. Same thing, directly on 50-50 overlapping patterns. This I'll kind of work this block in there. You know, spread the seat out. That's what's nice about the material. It's malleable, right? Compared to paint, you can kind of shove it in there. Quick spread of the center. Now, in a black car, you would really see this on the surface. It would look wet, it would look deep, it would look like a ton of materials there. White, you're not going to see that. But that's the application. We just want to introduce liquid to the surface.
Get it on the surface. You don't want it so thick that it's starting to run down any areas, and you're using too much. Nice, even. Now, I think one thing too that would be recommended would have some kind of flashlight or light source. You know, a lot of people doing this in their garage. They're not lit as well as in the shop here. You know, you want to be able to look for high spots. Let's stop that for a minute and talk about what a high spot is for those who don't understand what it is.
Absolutely. Just like on paint, you can create the same situation on any surface of the car, right? A high spot is more material on a given section than that substrate can absorb into it. So we call it a high spot. It sits up high. Goes back to the even application. Just like paint, you can kind of address those, and it's why I like to kind of do my wipe off in the 3 to 5 minutes and see how things are going. If I do have a little collection of material or was a little heavy-handed, I can just introduce some more coating, let that solvent kind of move it around, spread it around, good to go.
Okay, I'd say that's one of the biggest potential for mistake would be leaving high spots on it, particularly on the darker colored leather. You're going to be able to see it a lot better, and you want to make sure and you get that right away. You know, if you wait a couple days and come back and see it, you're going to kind of have to wait till it wears off because you can't
go
really
through some heavy cleaners. You know, break that excess material down, and that's what makes interiors a bit intimidating. You know, there's lots of shadows and hard angles, and can you see and access everything you're working on? But go slow, chunk out one thing at a time. check your work after work. You know, if you have a little bit of high spot, a little bit of a massage with some more material, you should be good to go.
Okay, so now once we have everything done here, let's say we got the whole car done. Hopefully after this video, I'm going to be able to talk Jeff into doing the rest of my car.
Lunchtime.
But after that's done, and the customer or the owner of their car, they want to be able to maintain it. What's involved in the maintenance, or what is recommended?
Yeah, just keep it clean. So again, the Leather Cleaner Mild won't break down LeatherShield aggressively. Perfect for spot spills, some ketchup, whatever from the kids. And then if you really want to top up the protection over time, LeatherCoat is a perfect tool for that. But once it's coated, just like paint, keep it clean. Clean coating's happy.
Yeah, coating, that brings up a good point, because a lot of people think ceramic coatings, regardless of what area of the car they're going on, that you can put it on and forget about it. That couldn't be farther from the truth. You have to maintain the stuff. You have to keep it clean. If you want it to work for you, you have to keep after the stuff. If you're looking for a set it and forget it and not touch your car, and you got dogs getting in and everything, it's not going to do a whole lot for you. You're going to go through the effort of applying coatings, make sure that you're maintaining it properly. Well, cool. I mean, I think that covers everything. Anything else from your side? All right, good deal. Well, hopefully that gives you a better idea of what it takes to get your car prepped for a coating, how to apply it, who it's for. You can see even here in our white Tesla interior with our vegan leather, we're using the same product for it. It's going to work out fantastic. Some of those keys were making sure that you're prepping it with the right product, applying your coating, keep after it afterwards, and you should be good to go. Jeff, it's always a pleasure to have you here working with us. We always learn something new. We'll have links in the description. Go directly to all the products that you may need if you want to do this at home. Have any questions or comments and stuff on it, leave it below. I'm the person that goes in, answers all of them. As always, we appreciate you hanging out with us here on the Esoteric channel. Thanks, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.